Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be carrying on with Aether and Iron. We're going to go and do the, reattempt the train, the great train robbery. We tried it a few episodes ago, it didn't go so well. But we've gone away, we've licked our wounds, we've leveled up, got a great new vehicle, this heavy prison transport, which is a lot tankier than the sort of lemon car that we tried it with before. We got some more weapons, so yeah, I mean, it's the last thing I have on my to-do list at this time, so I've kind of done as much as I can up until now. So let's go, give it a go. Famous last words.
There's the train, just ahead.
All right, what's the plan?
We get alongside, we steal the weapons, we get out.
Okay, I'm ready, I think. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Maybe.
Born that way,
Hopefully.
kid.
Kind of know the deal this time. We have a limited time to do this train thing, which I guess I kind of belatedly realised last time.
The train
I definitely
like a
lost a couple of turns to not
realizing
realising that.
Its rattling cars sway like bulky
there's my prison
charms on a
transport.
long, ugly bracelet. Far below us, I spy the spark and glow of White Street's ashen wasteland. I come to a grim realization. We're above the burn pits. This isn't good. Honeybee won't last long in this heat.
The what pits?
Past the pits, the tracks go into the Undercity. We have to stop the train before then.
Sorry, what do you mean, stop it?
We have to derail this train, kid. Ideally before this car melts. The city's a blur, but the cargo door beside us is tantalizingly close. Almost like I could reach out and touch it.
I mean, there seems like a very low chance of this happening, so
I'm
we'll
busy
go into
trying to
the
puzzle
main
out
plan.
how exactly Tayana meant for me to derail a moving train when I see lights in my mirrors. Whitecaps. Terrific.
Call for backup! They're trying to stop the train!
Gia, look!
I see him. We don't have time for this. Maybe we can end this scrap before it starts.
8% chance. I mean...
Hey, Spitshine.
I tried anyway.
Road's looking rough ahead.
Yeah, we did.
Dust while you still can.
We could try Knuckles, but I actually have two of these. I'll try one. Yeah, I guess I will.
I was hoping someone would show up and make my day!
Not just anyone, pal. You're dancing with 8-Shot Randazzo.
It's alright, tell them who we
I
are.
got your 8 shots right here, lady!
I think we've learned about status effects by now. I actually have, like, I might be immune to fire now, funnily enough. So I've got the Gatling gun in front. I've got the... I kind of want to see what it does. Got that AoE. It's tempting just to fire that. This is going to be my main method of killing the train, I think, so... 4 to use it. No, that's it. Go there and use it. Can I use it from here? I actually can. Oh no, I have to go there and do it. I could... Yeah, I could shoot this and maybe hit that car as well. Yeah, seems like the best bet. And that's about it for this turn. So, I kind of want to... Well, what have I've got the flamethrower. What does that look like? Again, it's got a bit of AoE, hasn't it? I think maybe we go here. How far does it go back? Actually, you can go quite a while, can't it? Oh, no. So it includes the move. Yeah, well, let's do that. It'll include the move. Guess I can't do this turn. So we'll do it on us instead. I probably won't even bother that much with those cars now. So, yeah, so... keep shooting it, really. I'm going to give it a little back ram as well. Let's do a bit more damage. That's about as much as I can do. I guess I'll pull forward so that it can't ram me. I guess also what I can do is this. Do a little flamethrower. Heal. Let's heal press actually. Oh, does that give us the AP this turn? Yes, it does. Well, we're going to move in there anyway. Try and keep piling pressure on this train. Okay, so Randazzo. If I do that, can I hit the car as well and the train? Yeah, it looks like. I guess we'll do that. Back ram. And 40% if you're missing AP. It's something. And then we'll go forward. Train, yeah, we should do it this time. This train is getting down there in health, so we'll do that. Free health. And heal ourselves. He is almost full. I'll do it on Cress again. I think we'll do a little back ram. And that thing should die. There it goes. Well, that went a bit more smoothly than the first attempt.
I feel like old Ahab, watching with crazed excitement as my quarry screeches its death knell and plunges into the depths. Time for an unscheduled stop.
Wowzers.
Yay! Some scrap, another crate of cigars, and another shot.
The train cut an ugly gouge through the ash heaps as she reached her final stop. Now she's just another pile of scrap in the pits, half buried and groaning like a beached whale.
Okay, so I think we know by now, we've kind of learned through playing about the weapon types. Heavy weapons deal powerful short-range area damage. Light weapons concentrate damage at long range. Undercarriage weapons always fire behind. Auxiliary, yeah, we know all that. Okay.
As we approach, I try in vain to block out the sulfurous choke of our surroundings and the memories that come with them. I feel bile rising in my throat.
I'll give this a go. I mean, I think we'll fail, but... yeah. I clenched my fist so hard my gloves squeaked. The disease we call the wasting wasn't just a sickness, it was a curse. The kid doesn't see me retch onto the ground. Good. Some things nobody should ever see.
Keep it together, Randazzo. You got a job to do, remember?
What is this place, Gia?
Anything that can't be saved ends up here. You'll want to watch your step.
Are those? Oh, God!
At the sight of charred bones among the refuse, she claps a hand to her mouth and wrenches her eyes shut, as if willing reality itself to change. I give her time to compose herself.
Let's get out of here as soon as possible.
Couldn't agree more.
Alright. So, let's see if... let's do a bit of repairs in Flatbed. Leave it. Imagine we're going to be doing some salvaging of stuff. Let's see what we see.
First time I've ever taken down a train. Not that tough, all things considered. But I can't waste time feeling proud of myself. This wasn't exactly quiet. Whitecaps will show up to investigate any second. The mugs who work the pits use the skeletons of old shipping containers like these as makeshift sorting stations. One container's door hangs open, its hazard markings barely visible under years of soot. The ground surrounding it looks loose and unstable.
I mean, we gotta roll, basically. Yeah, not that.
I'm knee-deep in ash and debris when the ground lurches under my feet. The unstable pile of detritus I'm standing on starts to slide, dragging me towards a nearby pit. I scramble backward, my boot dislodging something heavy, and probably valuable, that tumbles down into the darkness, swallowed by toxic smoke.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any real downside to
great.
failing checks, so, you know, just in case we pass them, most of the time I'll probably just do it anyway.
Industrial smelting vats for metal and scrap. But when the wasting ripped through the lowers, White Street couldn't get rid of all the bodies fast enough. I fight the urge to shield my mouth against the falling ash. The car is torn open, like an overripe fruit spilling its seeds across the ash. I ought to crack one of those larger crates open.
Bingo! The glint of iron and the hot red glow of Aether gone sour.
To my eyes, the ordnance looks a lot like that cockamamie Aether cannon General Eli had strapped to his truck. Only these are handheld, ready for his goose-stepping goons and their itchy trigger fingers. I spy something else buried in the straw. It's a casino chip with the name Dreamland stamped in gold. Well, well.
What is it?
The whitecap who loaded up this crate is surely gonna miss this. Seems a few of Eli's heavies spent their furlough off in Mar Magdalen's paradise of vice. Wonder if the good general knows where his boys have been sneaking off to. The guns pulse with a steady red glow.
I mean, we'll take one
Why not
ourselves.
get an edge? Our buyer won't know the difference. Maybe Nellie can work with Cress and rig her up to my ride. I grab a gun and stow it in my trunk. I watch, befuddled, as the kid leans into a crate, ignoring the soot smearing the front of her dress, and starts tinkering with the guns. I hear a pop as she tugs at something. The angry red glow softens like a sunset.
There. The output will be trivial now.
Let's check what she did. Ooh.
I squint into the gloom and try to catch a closer look at the kid's hands as she works. What the hell is she up to? I must have played hooky on the Aether Guns 101 day of primary school. But whatever she's doing, it's giving me that sinking feeling. She peers back at me for a moment, catching my suspicious gaze.
Don't worry, Gia. This is for the best.
I'm hardly reassured, but I don't have the technical know-how to argue. Nellie, What did you just do?
I pulled out the overflow conduit. Now they're venting. See? Harmless.
Keeping my voice level is a challenge, but I manage somehow. Harmless.
That's right. And thank goodness. If just one of these were to get out on the street.
Are you kidding me, kid? You just deep six the deal. Why would our buyer want guns that don't work?
No, it's all right. We can still sell these. They'll be incredibly useful as small power sources, or maybe even industrial tools.
She continues her sabotage, the lights of the crate dimming. Nellie, you can't. You need to stop. I'd had the audacity to stop Hephaestus mid-swing and the kid rounds on me, her sunshine eyes burning with volcanic fire.
This is Aether. This is my field. I know the specifications. I know the output. They won't hurt anyone now, but I can still convince the buyer to take these. I know I can. Please, Gia. You saw what happened at the parade. Let me do the talking. Trust me.
She's tense, her teeth gritted. Doing this means something to her, something real. I feel a hot pressure behind my eyes. I squint it away and exhale, ash swirling around me like snow.
Yeah, kid. All right.
She can't suppress a squeak of delight as we load the crates together. She does a terrible job reining in the smile tugging at her cheeks. As we take off, I make a silent prayer to whoever might be listening. Please don't make me regret this.
Okay. I guess we're done here? Feels like it, doesn't it? Okay. Alright, so that's where we go, is it? Travel to the Madrigal's warehouse. All right. Yes, I guess we will. Probably get something on the way, no? No. Okay.
The old railway warehouse is deep in magical territory. It stinks of stale booze and dangerous boredom. Violence is crouched and ready to leap out from every crevice in this den of riveted steel and stacked crates. Last chance. You're sure you want to do the talking?
I'm good at talking. Don't be so tense, you
Oh, she rolls
worrywart.
better than us.
I have a foolproof plan. Just promise me you'll let me handle it.
I look over at our buyer, scarred by daggers and disease, and her goons flanked around her like prize steers. Then I glance back and marvel at the kid's placid smile.
All right, kid. I promise.
She can't possibly know how much danger we're in. Maybe it's better that way.
All right. What we got up here? Oh, it goes up quite a way, doesn't it? I don't think there's much up there, but we got this.
Bullet holes. Erratic pattern, no consistency. Suggests maybe a rat problem. Or chronic psychosis and an imaginary rat problem. Those are Dreamland colors. So Banger and her boys are working for the infamous Mar Magdalene. Banger's cocky to be flying this flag openly on the General's Island. A rat-chewed couch marks this as a comfortable place to relax. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge you might like to buy. Hard to tell if that copper tang in my nostrils is rusted iron or dried blood, until I spot the brown splotches on the floor. I watch Nellie's eyes dart from stain to stain, absorbing the remains of the last deal the Madrigals conducted here. Imported Irish whiskey. No surprise the Madrigals prefer the nectar of their fair Emerald Isle to the swill poured here. Banger taps her boot impatiently on the steel gangway, her temper rising with her foot's tempo. When she speaks, her voice barks out like a Belfast crow.
8 shot?
Before I can do anything, the kid jumps in front of me.
Yes, that's me. Hello?
You're joking.
Madonna. This was the foolproof plan?
I never joke about murderous ordnance. No, ma'am.
You're 8 shot run, Datso. You're the one who tossed Nikki Grayson's place.
Yes. Yes, I sure did. Tossed it all up.
Nellie's joints are frozen in place, and Banger's mug has twisted into a mask of suspicion.
Did you know? And where is that again? You'll remember, of course, as you were there.
What are we, trading rap sheets? We came here to do business.
And just who exactly are you?
I'm here to make sure you Irish bugs don't try anything funny with my pal 8-Shot. Right, Rendazzo?
Right. My fellow paisana.
Whatever.
Nellie shoots me a less than subtle look. Banger shakes her head in a parody of grave disenchantment.
I'll admit to a feeling of disappointment. Here I thought I was meeting a living legend of the lores. But looking at you, you're a right letdown, you are.
Oh, well, I didn't exactly have time to... Is it my dress?
Nay, it's that I don't believe for a sweet second you're 8-Shot Rondazzo. And that's got me wondering, who the hell are you?
Back her up.
Look, you all seem real busy, but we don't have time for a game of 20 questions. She's who she says she is. Now, are we doing this or not? The glint of violence in Banger's eyes is somehow less upsetting to me than the wounded one in Nellie's. I know I made the kid a promise, but she's blowing the deal. I'm not about to stand here and watch Banger carve her in half. Well?
Right. I've had enough of your lip.
There's a hot ring in the air and the world goes hazy. I'm vaguely aware of my hand on my pistol grip and a hard impact on my shoulder. It's the floor, I realize, come up to meet me like an old friend. Why am I on the floor?
Gia, no!
The kid's next to me, tears jumping down her cheeks, and behind her I can see a smudgy outline. Looks a lot like Banger wiping her cleaver on her pants to clean off the blood. My blood. It's all gentle and quiet as the edges burn away. The last thought I have is a punishment.
We're dead.
A rap on the knuckles for not
okay.
trusting the kid to handle it herself. Maybe next time I'll get it right, Zio. Maybe next time.
Southend killing, latest evidence of crime epidemic. A woman was savagely murdered Tuesday evening in what Captain James Whitmore described as a crime-related slaying. The victim, a Jane Doe of Italian descent, was struck repeatedly with a heavy implement in a brutal attack that is becoming far too common in these permissive times. Though General Tillinghast was unavailable for comment... Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that didn't go brilliantly. I guess we shall try again. I'll skip through the dialogue we've seen already.
Banger taps her
8-Shot?
before I can...
You're joking.
Madonna.
I never...
You're...
Nellie's joint.
Did you know?
Okay, we're just going to let her
And
handle
where is
everything
that?
I
herself.
like to think my judgment's pretty good. Better than most, anyway. But despite it, when Nellie shoots me a solicitous glance, I keep quiet and just nod silent encouragement.
Oh, that Nikki Grayson. Tisk, tisk. It's a trick question. Nikki never actually owned the place himself, did he?
I amaze myself with my ability to keep a straight face. Banger's less composed, squawking out an astonished cackle.
You've got me there. He never did pay it off, the poxy bastard. Fine then. Let's be about it.
Okay.
Please, let me show you what these fine weapons are capable of.
Right. Be quick about it, or I'll skin you both with me pocket knife.
Well, you see, what's extraordinary about these particular you see, what's extraordinary about these particular firearms is, well, how much do you know about Aether dispersal? It's quite a basic demonstration of the Cherenkov effect, but unless you're familiar with the latest journals... Anyway, what's neat is...
The confusion on the Madrigal's faces shares a border with rage, and the map lines are quickly blurring. Nellie looks to me desperately for a lifeline.
Rather than roll and probably fail, even at 83%, why don't we use the dirt Tajana gave us?
Say, Banger, you hungry? I flattened a squirrel with my bumper on the way over. Saved some for you.
Uh-oh.
What do you say to me?
I said, 8-Shot's getting impatient. You're gonna close this deal and pay us what we're owed. We're all just looking for our next meal, am I right? The Madrigals share confused looks, and the red fury rising in Banger's cheeks drains away. The stark, sudden reminder of her childhood has shaken her badly. She tries to save face.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Fine by me.
I remind myself to buy Tiana a drink sometime. Okay, so we've got a deal?
Hold your horses, you mule and prat. I won't be rushed.
The kid and I watch in horror as Banger grabs one of the Aether guns. She hefts it with a cocky flourish, drawing guffaws from her mates. I try to run interference. So you're sourcing shooters for Marm now, eh, Banger? How's the old Frau looking these days? I hear she's on a drip feed of pure schnapps.
What'd you say?
Couldn't help but notice your Dreamland colors. Does the General know White Street's got a mole problem?
Fierce clever, this one. No, the big man's none the wiser. For now, that is. But when we rock up on his veranda with these beauties...
Banger spins around, aiming at a nearby crate and pulling the trigger. There's a pause, a weak puff of pink Aether exhaust, and... nothing. The crate stands resolutely intact. The silence that follows is heavy enough to crush the lungs. We're cooked.
What's this now? You trying to pull one over on us?
The madrigals grip their iron tighter. Banger drops the Aether gun and hefts her steel cleaver. I've got half a second to make my move. It's now or never again.
Alright, let's keep trusting Nelly in this go.
Every nerve in my body is screaming at me to move. But damn it, I made the kid a promise. I keep my stupid yap shut.
Please, Miss Banger. You're a rational person. Let's think about this.
No need. I believe I've made up me mind.
Wait, don't you realize what we're offering you? Sure, these might not be ideal as weapons, but with energy output like that, you could power half a city block.
She leans down and gingerly lifts the gun Banger dropped. We all watch with dumb astonishment as she jams a cable from the gun into the motor of a nearby crane and connects the leads with the touch of a metal tool, which sets the crane whirring in a sudden screeching burst of electrical power. Like an ape tossing a beach ball, the crane flings the crate it's carrying across the warehouse. The madrigals recoil as it smashes with terrific force against a metal bulkhead behind them, shattering into splinters. Nellie returns to Banger and tosses her the gun, which she catches only by automatic reflex. She doesn't speak. Nobody does.
With the cash you'll earn by selling these, you could buy enough guns to fill this entire warehouse. But I do hope you'll consider an alternate path.
Right. Well, fine then, I suppose.
Quick as silver, Banger's boys shuffle the crates away, and I find myself accepting a wad of cash from Banger like we're both in some kind of dream. The gang waves us off, and we start back to the car.
The deal went off without a hitch. You did wonderfully, Gia. And thank you.
Huh? Well, we all gotta start hustling somewhere. 8-shot.
Those things are effectively useless, so I don't feel too bad about it on the whole.
Right, let's head out of here before Banger figures it out. Alright.
Job's done. Let's get back to Tiana.
Alright, so we are going to head back to the hole. I just want to quickly check our vehicle storages, make sure we don't have any contraband. It's just this is our only bit of contraband. So I'm pretty sure we're okay. Where's the... Oh, is it in my pockets? Oh, yeah. So I don't think we haven't got any contraband that we need to worry about, really, have we? So it's fine. Although I might maybe we should do a quick repair on this. All right, let's head. What's Archstad? Have I been there? Let's go check it out. I'm not sure what that is.
We approach a checkpoint manned by an overstaffed contingent of Eli's troops. They look fat and happy, just the way I like them. This should be a breeze. I hope. Whether it's because weekly inspections are coming up or because they're behind on their quotas, the White Street goons are out in force at this checkpoint.
Doesn't seem right that these scoundrels can harass all and sundry just because they're wearing uniforms.
At times like this, it's best to pretend I knew what I was doing all along.
Let's just play it cool. Relax, I've dealt with this 100 times. We
I'm
should...
not even through my pep talk when the guy in front waves us along. I wasn't expecting them to be so quick.
All right, lady. Got anything dirty? Just say yes or no. It's been a long day.
Could just... I mean, they can search the car. They're not going to find anything, so...
Go right ahead, officer. I affect a bored look and sit on my hands. It takes a while, but I know they won't find anything.
Looks good, sir.
All right, you're free to go. Raise the gate, boys.
Although, actually, this is probably the... Yeah, I think it's the sort of undercity where the Aether engineers are. We could go and kill time at the safe house just to get our heat all the way down.
Confortola is infamous in the Sicilian community.
Let's just lay low. Anything valuable? 58%. We'll try it. Looks alright, actually. Yeah.
A few minutes of idle searching reveals
We get
something
a small
wedged
brass
against the
knuckles,
wall
nice.
behind a corner table.
That's fine. Alright, so let's head... Oh. No, hang on. I want to be at the safe house. Did I not lay low? How do I... Current location, safe house. Yeah, clear destination. Ah, sod it. Okay, let's just go to the ferry. Right, home island. Right, let's go see Liana first.
Tiana is speaking into the mouthpiece of an ebony telephone. Her voice
Well, I
softer
call her
than
Liana,
velvet
Tiana.
and more furious than fire.
No, this is unacceptable. Our deal was for 20%.
She spots me and motions for me to make myself comfortable while she finishes up. I gladly oblige, sinking into the cushy leather of an armchair.
There's your mistake. You don't know me. Do not presume because I am polite and beautiful that I will hesitate to collect what is mine. Tell Victor I will visit him in 3 days.
She hangs up, breathing out hours of stress in a single sigh. She's instantly composed again.
Just get to business.
Done?
Oh, snippy, are we?
Might be in a better mood if I'd known what I was stealing, and how tough it'd be to steal it.
Have I upset you? You're sitting across from me now, are you not? You aren't a child. Do not whine like one.
These things are more than just pop guns. You could bring down an island with that kind of firepower. That doesn't bother you?
No, it does not. I know better than to visit the kitchen to see how the cow is butchered. I simply enjoy my steak.
Well, bully for you. Some of us still have a conscience, you know.
Ha! Come. Tell me how things went with the madrigals.
Smooth as silk. Even got a bit of help from the kid.
Really?
Yeah, she neutered the guns, but managed to convince Banger to buy them anyway.
Well. How remarkable.
So hand her the envelope.
I hand Tiana the wad of dough and wait patiently as she counts the bills. Satisfied, she places the cash in a cigar box and hands me a slip of paper.
Your payment, as promised.
Medium armor. +4 health. Okay. Quite heavy. We're gonna lose the weapon?
I also managed to snag one of these for myself. I pull out the red Aether gun I nicked from the train and place it on the table between us. Its crimson glow throws Tiana's guarded face into sharp relief.
You show impressive initiative, Giovanna. I'm sure we can find a use for this.
I think it's best we let the kid handle it. She seems like the expert. What do you think this stuff is going to mean for the lowers?
Well, I do not have my great-grandmother's gift for sight, but my guess would be it will mean the same thing it usually means. People will die, and those like you and I will profit greatly.
And you're comfortable with that?
Of course.
I get the feeling you're itching to tell me how you would have done things differently if you were me.
No need to be coy. If you're curious, I will tell you. The truth is, what's done is done. Everything else is smoke in the wind.
Gotta get going.
Always a pleasure. We're overdue for a proper chat. Come by later. I will make tea. And Giovanna?
I'm reaching for the door. It's cold brass, cooling my hand. I turn back for a moment.
Try not to let that conscience of yours bother you too much.
At that, I can't help but grin.
From time to time, Tiana will receive new wares. It's worth checking back. What's she got here now? Griffin Tuner adds empowered to a target vehicle, increasing its damage output. I think I could buy these to respec, but I might keep it how it is. I'm not sure I want to buy any of this stuff. I think I'll leave. I can access this stuff, the storages. All right, well, let's have a look.
Mr. Dazzo, before I forget, another package arrived for you.
Package? I didn't order anything.
Ain't my business. Just letting you know.
You said another?
Yes, ma'am. That's the 5th one in 2 days. Good thing you got that Heights girl to collect them for you. Here you are.
It's a big, mysterious wooden box. The kind you check for hidden wires or a whiff of gunpowder. What I find rocks my feet just as hard as any explosive. A shipping label addressed to 8-Shot Randazzo. Where's Nellie?
I haven't seen her since this morning.
Damn it. I gotta find the kid. Cress should have helped get Nellie set up by now. She'll know where to look.
Alright, now we can level up. So what's I building towards? Ah, I haven't even done that. Okay, yeah. So we'll get the perk that gives us plus hit point per round. That's pretty nice. On Cress. Another heal. Okay. We should probably go to the apartment. She's not here.
While the Joneses have their gilded wallpaper, all I have is a head full of some days. Unfortunately, dreams don't provide much of a view when your eyes are open.
So I'm not going to repair the prison transport. I don't think it needs it. But I might do a bit of swapping around the parts. So on the prison transport, we can obviously have that heavy armor that we just found. Put it instead of this. I'm going to take the jumping repulsors out because I'm going to give that back to Honeybee. Let's go back to Honeybee. Oh, it's got the jumping resources. And this improved engine. Okay, what about this? Get the armor back. Shotgun, pistol. Be fine. We'll go back to Honeybee. It's just a bit subtler driving around. Flatbed's still fine. If I was just like, for instance, if I was to scrap this, how much would I get? 40 scrap. Quite a lot. It's worth a lot of money, that particular thing, though. Spare caltrops. Yeah. Scrap that. Second shotgun. I'm going to put the grappling gun into storage there. I mean, there was nothing in the... How do I see the storage on the other vehicle? I don't know. Got the crash. Anything else I want to do? Probably it.
Cress, you seen Nellie?
Yeah, I've seen her. Your client came to drop off rent. You had my ears off about ventilation and cleaning out the planters. You're tense. Everything good, Gia?
No.
Oh, she's got her own little lab. Okay.
I stalk the rows of dim glass panes and dead brown fields like a specter in search of a soul who wronged me. Maybe she has, but the voice that drifts through the cracked door is more delighted squeal than malevolent cackle. I all but storm her lair. It's hot. The blood to my head, the sweat in my gloves, the sticky air of a previously dark and gloomy greenhouse.
Now for the... Oh, Gia, I'm so glad you came. I'm not finished setting up yet, but I'm getting close.
What the hell is all this?
I'm setting up shop. By shop, of course, I mean research laboratory.
The scent of decades-old mulch is a kick to my senses. It's still not enough to make me forget why I'm here. Nellie's chalkboard is crammed to the edges with physics equations and calculations and all sorts of mathematical junk I can't begin to parse. The corner's a hill's worth of aged crates and rusted farm tools. It wouldn't be the first thing carelessly thrown around.
So, what do you think?
For your package.
A package arrived for me. Or should I say, for you. If I had any doubts about who was using my name, they're stomped flat by the recognition barreling off Nellie's face. My face fights to stay calm.
Oh, wonderful! That's the Aether capacitor I was waiting for.
Nellie, why are you making orders under my name?
Oh, well, to stop the well, I need lab supplies. To get supplies, I need people willing to sell to me. I noticed how much weight your name carried in the lowers, so I borrowed it. To help grease the wheels, so to speak. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I probably should have asked. You're not angry, are you?
I slam the package on the table. The blast of sound rattles the windows, freezing the kid to the floor. Angry doesn't cover it. You can't go throwing the name 8-Shot around.
What? But other people call you that all the time. Like Banger. And Needles, too.
You got lucky. Banger would have cut you to shreds if I wasn't the go-between. And Needles? That prick knew me before I got the name. And if he was a bigger bastard, he could have gone for you to get to me.
I didn't... I'm so sorry. I truly am. I had no idea it would cause you so much trouble.
Molten protest scorches my throat. I want to snarl where this oblivious airhead can stick her apology. But the words sputter out, doused by a second of clarity. You don't know anything. A sudden weight presses down on my shoulders. I barely feel the splinters as I take a seat. It isn't until I wave my hat at the opposite crate that the kid sits too. The job went sideways. My job. Needles and I were moving cargo for a big shot. It should have been a career maker, but we messed up. We drew fire and I had to make a call that cost us the cargo. Knew there'd be consequences, just didn't know how bad they'd be. It was my screw-up, but Zio Alfonso insisted he come along to give our client, Valentine, the bad news. He told me not to say a word. Not about the shipment, not about Needles. Not that I was the one behind the wheel. I've run through that day 1,000,000 times in my head. I should have had a back door, a way out when things turned sour. If only. The room was cold. Valentine sat there like a judge waiting for his end-of-day docket. He was calm at first. He asked what went wrong, whose fault it all was. Zio stepped forward, ready to take the blame. He tried to explain it all away. He could talk his way out of anything. Then, he couldn't. I don't remember the last thing he said before I felt his chest go still. Dark silhouettes slither out from the black spots in my vision. I see him on the floor. I feel the cold. I hear his last, frightened breath rattle out of his throat.
Chia, are you okay?
No.
Clean that up before you go. I don't want him staining the floor.
John Valentine, the butcher of Southtown, savior of the 7 uprisings, richer than kings. My big break. A man they said was untouchable. I decided to test that theory. I emptied my revolver into him, right there. I emptied every cylinder. All 7 shots hit their mark. But it wasn't enough. It was the 8th shot that turned me into the monster. My fingers twitch under a phantom recoil, kicking me back to the present. Instead of a skyscraper with 2 cooling bodies, I'm back in a dingy greenhouse with a wide-eyed girl.
What happened after that?
My fingers twitch again. I haven't missed a cigarette this much since my apartment flooded. I got out.
They just let you go? After you took out their employer?
Didn't realize their boss was dead yet. Probably thought he was the one holding the gun. And they were busy finishing up with someone else. I wasn't the only one who had to report in. Except while Zio and I got the big man, Needles had to answer to a knife. Neither of us walked out of there unscathed.
Doing the job gone wrong, Zio, Valentine's goons, and I are falling out. Piotr had plenty of reasons to be mad. I just hate that the reason he owed me his life was the same reason he resented me.
Didn't end with Valentine. He wasn't a baron, but he was a man of the city in his own right. Enough people wanted him avenged.
And they're still after you? Is that why your name's so dangerous?
Not as much as there used to be, but I try not to invite trouble.
I might have become 8-shot when I killed Valentine, but I hadn't cemented its meaning until I put enough bullets into everyone sent after me.
I lost my rep, my name. That's what. In this line of work, all it takes is one bad job to wipe years of goodwill.
But that's not fair. He killed your uncle.
Think about it, Professor. If one of your colleagues snapped and killed the dean, You think anyone would care why?
I suppose not.
That's right. Because as far as anyone cares, I screwed up a job and killed my client. That's enough to scare off anyone. And while some respect the name, most don't. Sure, it might have some pull in this part of town, but it's not a badge of honor. It's a reminder of one of the darkest days in my life.
Oh, Chia. I'm so sorry.
She smiles and the sun comes out. The dark days of the past fade back where they belong.
And I'll register an official address and sign for my own packages from now on.
You better, Principessa.
Ba-da-boom. Okay. So we don't have anything currently on the books, but I'm guessing... We're talking to Nelly again.
A lab, huh? This where you're going to fix the well?
Yes. Once I finish setting up, I'll need to reconstruct my notes. I've already written down the most important parts, but I'll need time to integrate the new data, and proper equipment to start prototyping, of course. At the very least, I'll need an etheric counter, paneling, coiling, and a complete toolkit. Fortunately, I've gotten a head start. Cress won't mind the mess, will she?
Just don't break any windows. I thought you lost your money with the briefcase. Where'd you get the cash for this place?
I earned it. I might not have your talent for smuggling, but no one in the hole knows athonics like me. Compared to solving Morrison's experiment, fixing a light or a wire is trivial. And sometimes I make shopping runs or watch pets.
And no one's given you any trouble?
Well, not everyone's friendly, but whenever things start turning ugly, I just say I know 8. I know you, and they leave me alone. You're pretty famous around here, you know.
Doubt this place is what you're used to.
It's nice, spacious, and it has excellent ventilation, for an old greenhouse, that is. Once I finish decluttering and decontaminating all the surfaces, I'm sure it'll start feeling homey. It's so exciting. I've never had a space to truly make my own. Come back soon.
Okay. So where's our sort of next...
That's the last of the jobs I had lined up.
Yeah.
I should catch up with Tiana while I've got air.
Makes sense. Check the shop first. Same stuff. Looks like the same stuff. Yeah.
Stravo.
Ooh, hang on. You're about to start the final mission of White Street, which will permanently close off White Street Island and any remaining missions. Do we want to do that? I'm not sure. I'll think on that.
So long.
Is there shops and stuff up there, isn't there? Hang on. I think I'll think about it, but I think what I might... I want to go back to the hole. I think what I might do is just end things here for now. It feels like quite a good point to close it out, because we kind of have more or less finished the first act of the game, I think, or at least are heading into the conclusion of the first act. I'll between this and the next episode, I'm going to mull over whether I want to go back to White Street and maybe just go around the shops one more time. And I don't have much money, to be fair. Pretty much got the best vehicles and equipment I can have at this point, I think. So I think I probably am done. But in any case, I think it probably makes sense to end things here. So I'll just say thanks very much for watching this episode of Aether Iron. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that'd be fantastic. As would be leaving me a comment as well. Let me know what you think about, you know, the story and stuff to this point. How you feel about any aspect of it, really. The graphics, the story, the characters, the sort of fighting sequences. I quite enjoyed that retry at the train robbery, actually. It went a lot smoother this time. I mean, getting a couple of nice rear-facing weapons and just kind of parking in front of the train and unloading into it, that made things a lot easier than our first attempt. But yeah, let me know your thoughts anyway. And a big thank you, as always, to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. Continues to be hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and getting earlier access to my videos, that would be amazing. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.